Introducing random code generator.lol. Ever needed a random bit of code for your project? Random code generator.lol has got you covered. Choose your language and how many lines of code you want, and bam, random code for you. Let's go to the code. Well, I have no code yet. I'm going to create a Next application because I've been working with Next a lot. So I'm going to do npx create Next app. Welcome to random code generator.lol. So we're going to have the title, and then we're going to have a drop down, which is going to be the language select. And then we're going to have number of lines. Then we're just going to have like a thing here that will produce your code in a pre copy code button, or we're going to have a share like on Twitter kind of thing. It's kind of a marketing tool, a fun build. It's all one package, right? It's just something to learn how to do some coding, to give people something fun to do, and also SEO. We just take a screenshot of the page of just, because I can do that, because I wrote a blog post about that and made 3 applications. The share thing will be a screenshot of the page. I got code for that. Now we just have to work out how I'm going to generate this random code. I want to make it memey, and I want to make it fun, and I want to make it like dev jokes, right? Let's just create some basic HTML elements that we will use to make these things. So we've got an H1, we need a drop down select. So right now we're going to have JavaScript and CSS. So let's just have an input where we have value equals nothing. I have no idea why I'm doing this, because it's fun. Language JavaScript, number of lines, however many. Okay, just add a .js at the end of everything you say, and it makes it a programming joke. Right? We're gonna have pre, and then we're gonna have code. Okay, cool. Right, so we're gonna import use state initially from React. And we're gonna set up const result set result equals use state, and it's going to be an empty string. So the result is going to come in here. We need a generate button. On here we're going to have an on click, which is going to be generate code. So we're going to have a function that's going to generate code, and then we're going to set result to new code. And here we'll do the generation. So every time I click on that button, this thing. I'm just going to create a class, random code generator. Export default class, random code generator. Cool. I'm gonna have a constants file, and I'm gonna have an export default languages. JavaScript, CSS. We'll do it like that. And I'm gonna import the languages from constants, and I'm also going to import that here as well. I'm going to create a little function to generate select language options, which is going to take the languages in. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a state for selected language. So the value of the select is selected lang. Handle select on change. Pass in the e.target.value. So here, what we do is we have a function. What we're going to do, we're going to set selected lang to, we want to send the key through. Yep, and that's the value to the value. This is speed coding. I'm speed coding and I haven't even planned on what I'm going to do. Number of lines, set number of lines equals use state. What's a good number to start with? Let's set 3. So I have the like a function open, a console log, and a function close. Set number of lines. So number of lines is the value of the input. On change equals set number of lines. Set number of lines e.target.value type equals number. Function handle input on change value. I'm going to do set number of lines, handle input on change, e.target.value. I need code, give it to me. This is why, so now whenever you need to like randomly put code at each other, you can just use the random code generator.lol. So what we're going to do is generate code. We're going to do, we're going to call out to our random code generator class. Do we really even need a class right now? It's going to be a big function. Let's just do function. And it's going to take in a language and lines. So I think we're going to have to do a switch statement. So we'll do a switch on language. Default return lol, and for now let's just return test. I'm going to import generate random code from tools. So new code equals generate random code selected lang number of lines. Set result is new code. So this should now do test JavaScript. Okay, we do CSS. Look, okay. So we've got the functionality that we want, and now we just actually have to do some stuff. Ever needed a random bit of code? And we could even have an I'm feeling lucky button. I'm feeling lucky button, where it's just random. Git add dot git status git commit -m initial commit. Random code for you. Okay, we have a repository. So what we're going to do now is work out how to build up some random code. I'm going to start with CSS because it's easier, I think. What I think we need to do is have a selection of first lines and a selection of last lines that go together to like make the functions complete and stuff and the CSS complete. Yeah, let me just write some pseudocode. So I think we need like a first line and a matching last line. So with CSS, for example, I think once we master the logic for like one language, I think it's going to be okay. Okay, so the first line with like a random class name. And then what we'll do is we'll have with CSS, we'll have like a random prop plus random value. And do that for as many lines as we need. We can do anything. We can do anything. The last line will always be that for CSS. So the first line will be a random class name plus that. And then it's however many n random prop random values. Const CSS props. I'm going to have an array of random thing. So we can add this as we go. So margin bottom, margin top. And the random val is going to be a random number with no decimals, and then pixels or rems or ems on the end. So then we've got pixels. This is so much fun. Rems, ems. We've got ch. This might also help people learn about code and stuff they didn't know existed. Then we want a random number. And probably have to set like limits on it. So we've got to get the random number. So we'll do the CSS prop random number plus CSS unit. And then we need to return based on the number of lines. First line and the last line equals that. Const filler lines equals lines minus 2. That has to be a number that comes in. Let's parse it. Parse just in case. Parse int 10 minus 2. Okay, so filler lines. So for I equals 1, I is less than or equal to filler lines, I plus plus const filler line quantity, and then const filler lines equals an empty array. And then for filler line quantity, what we do is filler lines dot push get random CSS prop, which will do this. We will return. Okay, there's my random CSS prop. And let's do function get random CSS unit. And then we'll do the same thing here, unit. So what we're going to do here is for each line, we're going to do a random CSS prop. And then what we do is we return first line, filler lines, plus last line. Let's see what random CSS we get. Bam! Generate. Cool. Okay. It's coming out as not a string. I need to put that there, and I actually want to join with a line break. Tabs or spaces, right? We've used spaces. So that is some random code. It's fun, right? And wouldn't it be cool, right? If people used this website to just generate loads of random code, put it into their application without editing it, and then let's see what the random code generator can build. Button input, element input, input tab, container nav. And we can input, tab. I kind of want like to put like BEM things in terms of I want a second one here for camel case, maybe, but maybe not. Like I want like a probability that you can get one, you cannot. So we could get some fun like data science and stuff. I mean, it's not really data science, is it? It's just nonsense. I had this idea last night. I bought this domain and I'm going to build it. And then I want everybody else to contribute their favorite language to it, following some kind of system that I set up. Developer memes. So now I got to do JavaScript. Let's start with functions. New file, js.js. Okay, so let's do the same thing here. Let's export default class JS. I'm going to actually call it JavaScript. Is that going to conflict with stuff? Hopefully not. It's not a reserved word or whatever. We're going to use the same principles first of all. Let's import JavaScript. We always need a first line and a last line again for JS. So let's use that principle. And for now, let's just create a normal function. Function, and we're going to have JavaScript get random function name. And we're going to have the same thing that we're returning. filler lines and everything. So we're going to have filler line quantity again. And for all the filler lines, this is going to be a lot harder. And right now, let's just return random thing. JavaScript, generate random thing. I'm going to just have to do like a get random filler line or something. I don't know. Get random filler line for now, right? And let's const options equals. We will return a random one. So right now we've got that. Get random function name. So we've got options are generate. Give me some words that you would write in a function. Handle. Okay, let's just have verbs, nouns. Okay, remove add. Get. Initialize. Append. Replace. Check. I want all of the verbs and all of the nouns that you normally write in code. Invoke. Ooh. Element. Thing. Code. Handle code. Replace code. Array. Number. Property. So this is verbs. Verbs plus nouns. All right, let's see what we get. Check object on number. Check property. Get click. Replace object. Add list. Append target. Change list. Replace thing. Handle it. We got good stuff going on here. We can. This is the funniest thing. We need more. We need more. Defenestrate. Oh, we need scan. All that nonsense. Replace thing. This one's more fun than CSS. Dispose table. Tree. Delete code. I knew this would be fun. What I want to do is, okay. So we'll have a get random console log. Goodbye world. Testing. Hello. This log's here. Oh yeah, here. Here too. Should print X. Oh yeah, should be here. This is our lives and our jobs, right? And it's hilarious when you put it in this context. Here plus random number, that's a good one. Here. Get random int between 0 and 100. Oh, let's do, obviously, object. Oh, everything's undefined. That's really funny. Everything's undefined because I'm not returning it. Goodbye world. Here 76. Some error. Test. Goodbye world. Should be here. Hello. This is fun for all the family, isn't it? Schnitzel. Obviously schnitzel. So we've got one random filler line so far, which is a random console log. So I guess we're going to now do get random variable declaration. So we're going to have a let, a const, or a var. So I'm going to return, first of all, a random keyword. This code is as bad as the random code on the generator as well. Right, so now what do we normally call our variables? Thing. Like really stupid variables. Let's have thing get random number. Right. Yeah, let's just choose a random thing from the nouns. That's the best one, on code. do this. Imagine if you saw that. Imagine if you saw that. I'm broken. I knew this would be fun. My face hurts. Stop thing. Oh my gosh. I'm just laughing at my jokes. I'm crying. Quality memes. I love it. I love it. I need to write more code. At least if you're having a bad day, you can use this. Let's finish this line of code. All right. Random variable declaration const something equals and then what? Let's do this. Const options equals empty array itself. That's really good. Right, hang on. I can't wait for you all to spam this with pull requests. This is brilliant. This is amazing. We just have to write more. We have to write more. Wow. Must write more code.